use that lower low as protection on the trade. This one didn't work out because of the medium time frame and exactly why we didn't take the trade. Then now here's another example, great example here of how we use speed in the wave. I wanted to really make sure I pointed this out for you guys here because this is a great example about speed. Now when it comes to speed of the wave, right, speed of the tape using the wave indicator, remember there's going to be a couple different kind of sections of the move. Now first of all, look in the bottom of the chart here, pace of tape. We have green and yellow on the left, right? That means fast. Then we have red in the center. This means slow. And then back up to green and yellow, back to fast again. All right. Now we know when the wave indicator sets off, right? Follow me over here. When the signal fires off long, I see the break to the upside. Well, this is when we should see fast speed, right? Fast speed as price breaks to the upside. Then as it begins to pull back, that's when we should see the slowing speed, and then we see the breakout again. That's when it should be increasing in speed again. Okay, so it's going to go fast for the breakout to the upside, slow speed as it pulls back off those highs, and then once we combine that with our trigger line, right, that rising trigger line here, you're going to see, of course, it bounces off the trigger line. We should see the speed pick up as it breaks to the upside. Okay, so that's the basics of the wave. And a great example here on gold of how we use the basics here of how to use speed on the wave indicator. A little bit late in the morning for a Friday, so we didn't take this trade, but what a great example here, very well illustrated. Notice here at 11:23, we have green pace of a tape. 11:23 right here, you can see it's all the way at the extreme high here. So heavy, heavy speed, fast speed pushing these highs. Then, of course, we see the slow speed down bottom here, right? We see slow speed as it begins to pull back and test our trigger line. Then, once we test the trigger line here, we see the increase in speed again as it begins to jump back to the upside, right? Picture perfect. Again, the reason why we didn't take this was because it was at 11:30 on a Friday morning, and you can see this low speed is very slow, right? Less than 100, that's very slow. We were kind of joking about it this morning by saying we can deal with slower speed, but not that slow, right? It was very slow this morning, but I wanted to show you guys the basic fundamentals of how to use speed with your wave indicator. All right, enough about that. Let's talk about the trades we took today here. We took 4 total trades. I'm going to show you guys 3 of them. We took that euro trade, was a scratch trade on a 2-step short off the high of day. We'll cover the first 2 gold trades and that crude wave trade here for you guys. So first 2 trades of the morning here were on gold. You can see, first of all, great example here on this chart of a breaker pattern long and then, of course, a breaker short. So, of course, we start over here, upper left-hand corner on gold. Short-term trend is up. We break above the red line. Remember, guys, these red lines are automatically located for me. I mark up my swing high. Another indicator, our swing indicator, marks those for us as well. We break above that swing high for our first trade of the morning at 9:40 on gold. Symbol is GC. 1157 was the fill. We got our +4 target filled. Move that stop at the first target up to entry +1. We got taken out at entry +1 for 10 ticks or 100 USD. Of course, 10 ticks, $100, not too bad at the day started. We then, as you can see, price then tumbled back to the downside. One of the reasons why we tighten up that stop is because we don't want to allow something like this to come in, reverse, and take back that 10 ticks we earned. So we wait for price to come back down. Short-term trend is down. We break below the red line here. Again, red line added automatically. Mark up our swing low, break below that swing low at 9:53 now. So 9:40, 13 minutes later, we're looking in the opposite direction now. Short-term trend reverses. 52.1 is our fill. Now this time we didn't get a little guy here. We got a nice big trade of this one. +4, +8, and then trailed that stop to lock in +4 more ticks. That's 20 ticks or 200 USD. So first target +4, second target +8. And then use that mechanical approach to manage that trade, that pink line on my trade management chart, and we get taken out for 20 ticks or 200 USD. So not a bad way to get the day started. When we saw this price action here, what time was this at? 9:45, 10 o'clock. What did we say earlier? Remember we talked earlier about the dollar? Dollar began to drop what time? 9:45. Right, 10 o'clock. So right at the same time the dollar began to break out, that's when we saw these moves begin to develop on the gold. Let's keep going. Next up is the only wave trade we took today. It was a winner, and I wanted to go over 2 examples here. Now, first of all, the wave trade here at 10:38, right, we got our +7, we got our +10, and then got +10 for the runner. Okay, that's going to total 34 ticks. Okay, so we got 34 ticks or 340 USD out of this winner here. But that's not the point here. We got a winning trade out of it. That's wonderful, obviously, but I wanted to use this as a good example. Now, notice there are two wave setups here, right? There's number one, the first one, and then number two was the second. Now, we talked about this in great detail in the live room this morning, but I want to make sure I went over this one more time with you guys here. The differences between the stutter step pattern. Now, we call this the stutter step pattern. What is a stutter step pattern? A stutter step pattern is nothing more than a choppy, right, inconsistent price action pattern. Up, down, red candle, green candle, red candle, green candle. So on the stutter step pattern, there's a big difference between the stutter step on the way down or the stutter step retracing off the lows. Does that make sense? So the stutter step here on the first trade, you can see stutter step pattern right here. This stutter step pattern, as you can see here, was on the way down. On the second trade, though, the same stutter step pattern was happening on the way up. Okay? A stutter step pattern happening during the retracement, it tells us those buyers and sellers are fighting over possession of control. The buyers here win, and you can see what happens is it blows right through our trigger zones, and it would have stopped you out. Now compare that to the winning trade we took, and we can now see the big importance between knowing the difference between the two different types of stutter step patterns. If you guys want more information about those, it's in the advanced course, the video called, I believe it's section 6, section 7 on the wave indicator. Okay, so make sure you guys check that out. We'll talk all about stutter step patterns. So 4 for 4, 4 trades, 4 winners, 34 ticks out of the wave indicator today, 30 ticks out of the scalping method today, and we finished up a great week. Let's prep for next week. Monday, April 12th, we're open all week next week. There's no news next Monday. We get the 9:30 U.S. Open as usual, and of course 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time next Monday, the 12th. We'll do our tips and tricks again. Today we did a great job at looking over a custom trade plan. Next week, of course, we'll have some more topics for you guys for our tips and tricks. So make sure you guys come out and see us for that. We'll be back here tomorrow on Monday, 7:45. So 7:45 on Monday. We have webinars next week on Tuesday and Thursday in the room. Also available to trial guests. And don't forget, guys, if you just came out and joined us, if you want more information about our routine, the markets we trade, our setups, our rules, some fundamentals about futures trading, the beginner's course is designed for you. And as always, we offer lifetime advanced membership. It comes with charts, data, indicators, 24/7 tech support. You can get more information from sales at schooloftrade.com. My name is Joseph James. Had a great week. 2 days this week of $1,000 days. We're going to keep that going next week. We'll see you then. Bye-bye for now.